Okay, and we're back with part 2 of Sips and Snacks, or Saps and Snacks.
You tell us in the comments what sounds better.
This is our favorite part, I gotta be honest. Even though we do love a good fucking snack, we also love beer. Like, a lot. So today we're trying 3 different fruit beers, because why the fuck not, right? So I think we are going to do a little tour here, and I'm going to tell you some shit about these beers that we're trying. It's very, very interesting. So
while she gets ready for that, once again, if we like it, it's a sip ho. If we don't like it or it's not for us, it's a sip no.
That is right. So we are going to try one that I think you are going to absolutely love because you love bloobs. You love the blueberries. This is from Great Notion, which is in Portland, Oregon, and it's actually a blueberry muffin tart ale.
And you can smell the blueberry.
You can legitimately, like, you just open that bitch up and it's like blueberry central. So I want to move this up here so we can talk about it a little more. So I said Oregon, correct? You can see it is actually like a little purpley.
Good amber.
Yeah, kind of like, you know, bloobs. So
yes,
that is amazing.
Ooh, it's not too bitter. It doesn't have like doesn't like really burn your throat or anything. Very smooth.
You can definitely taste the blueberry, but it's not like artificial blueberry. It's like blueberry pie. Like totally like fucking blueberry muffin.
Sip ho.
Oh, sip ho for sure. So this is actually one of their core beers that you can get in their brewery in Portland, Oregon. And they have a fun focus on beer flavors. They have one that you might like. It's coffee and maple stout. And they also have amazing illustrations, as you can see. We got this mean-ass mug and bear with his muffins juggling. And they focus on tart ales and other specialty kinds of brews. So,
side note, modest. When a blueberry beer is really good, maybe keep it around.
yeah, he is just bitter about Blueberry Shook not happening and then never happening again. It is one of their best beers.
And to give you credit, my favorite beer is a Modest Brewery beer.
First call,
because I love it.
it's our favorite first beer. It's our favorite beer. We'll review some coffee beers later if you like it, so just keep that in mind. But for sure, this is a sip ho. So
highly suggest getting.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to slam this, but we're going to slam this later for sure. So
drink this with those chips, those chicken chips from Brazil.
Blueberry muffin and chicken rib chips. No, I don't think ribs are from chickens, but nice try.
Chickens have ribs.
Next up, we have a very special brew, as you can see here. This one comes straight out of Texas, Sherman, Texas. This is the Longhorns. This is the 903 Brewers Cherry Strudel flavored cream ale. So it's just like your toaster strudel when you got up in the mornings and your mom was like, make yourself breakfast. That's what this is. So it's not a tart ale.
Even redder.
It's a cream ale. And here we go.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
Sip ho, absolutely.
Okay, so this has cherry, obviously. It's cherry strudel.
Very smooth, like a cherry smoothie almost.
You can also taste the lactose, which is the creaminess, right? So like the fucking frosting, you're like all over the top of your strudel, right? And then it also has kind of like the pastry crust. So it's like flaky, creamy, which is great elements of a cream ale. So good job, 903 Brewers. They have a line called Slushies that is a bunch of fun fruit-flavored beers that are Berliner Weiss ales, which is a very underutilized beer, in my opinion. Too many IPAs. You don't need to say anything about that. And they also have one beer with glitter. They have glitter.
And this may shock her. I have finally found a beer that I like better than the Skittles beer from Pride Beer Fest last year. And
Did you hear that?
And I love the Skittles beer.
Wicked Wart, did you hear that? They also have one. I think this might be your new favorite brewery, even though it's from Texas. They also have a baked goods focus line that has like a bunch of different bar flavors, you know, say hey to the folks. So I think that might be right up your alley.
We are going to Texas.
We're just going to Sherman, Texas for the 903 Brewers.
On location.
Yeah, this is definitely a sip ho. It's very nice to have a tart ale than a cream ale. Yeah, cheers. Mm.
And at the end, we will rate 1 through 3.
Okay, so last but not least, we do have a local beer, finally, from Walker, Minnesota, way up north, don't you know? This is from Portage Brewers, and this is called their Abstract Substance, which is actually a beer that they change seasonally. So they have like different artwork and they have different flavors, but usually from what I've seen, it's more of like a tart, seasonal kind of like brewer's ale. So this one is lemon, honey, lavender tart.
That sounds like a really good cupcake. Or
a really good bath bomb. So we will see which one it is. We are going to try a little bit of a smaller glass here, just in case. Has a nice yellow flavor. The honey is from a local farm in Minnesota, Ames Farm. So big cheers to Minnesota.
And honey, this goes out to Leslie Jordan.
Oh, hey honey. Oh honey. You can smell the lavender for sure.
A little more of an earthier kind of a pine needle flavor. I don't mind it. It's a little more earthy.
It's very herbaceous. Yeah, it is very like medicinal actually, which makes sense. Lavender, honey, you know, more of a botanical kind of blend.
This would be a really good one to do, like if you, remember how you mentioned one time you wanted to do the floral arrangement thing? This would be a good one to drink while you're doing like floral arrangement.
Oh my God. Perfect, actually. So these folks are actually not only up north, but they're in the Chippewa National Forest. So that's pretty flippin' cool. And you can get to their brewery by boat. That's totally a Minnesota thing. I mean, you can get to someplace in Tonka too by boat, but that's such a Minnesota thing. They also, you're gonna love this, they just did a collaboration with Fire and Nice Pizza, which is one of our favorite pizza places around this area. They have local pizzas named after famous Minnesotans, like Lindsay Whalen, Lizzo, Prince. They're amazing, so you should check them out as well. They have an amazing tap selection too. And they also have a lot of cool rotating taps up in Walker, Minnesota, so it's worth the trek. So I would probably give this also a sip ho.
I'm going to give it my softest sip ho of the 3.
Fair. So even though I gave a sip ho to all 3 of these, that does not mean I am an alcoholic. It just means that I have a great appreciation for some fruited beers. So, as we promised, we are going to give our unbiased 1 through 3. So you figure out what you're going to do 1 through 3. I'm going to do, okay, I forget which is which. Okay. So what's your number 1?
Cherry strudel. The cherry.
So you have 1 for cherry strudel. My number 1 is Great Notion. What's your number 2?
Great Notion.
Okay. My number 2 is Abstract Substance, which means that my number 3 is cherry strudel, and that is your least favorite, which is fine because you're not a herbaceous kind of dude. Different strokes for different folks.
I love me some fruit.
Oh, we know, honey. We know. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in to our first Snacks and Sips.
Monthly, if not bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly drinking, that's for sure. So, if you have any recommendations, hit us up. We're just going to be chilling over here in the corner drinking the rest of our samples. So, bye!